Hey y'all, I'm back. I know it's been a while. Happy 2021. We are in a new year. Oh my God, y'all. If you've been watching the news, you already know that this year is not starting off so great. But anyway, in this vlog, I want to talk to you guys about what happens when you're about to level up. So stay tuned. All right, so I'm gonna keep this really short because my phone's about to die, be honest with you. And I really can't charge it right now. But anyway, I wanna talk to you guys about leveling up. Leveling up requires, let me say, what does that mean, right? Leveling up means going to a new dimension, going to another level in your life, acquiring new things, a different mindset, just becoming more of who you're supposed to be. You're not the same person anymore. And on the outside, that does look like maybe acquiring a lot more material things. On the outside, that might look like being more stronger in how you present yourself. It might look like a different or higher level of position in your life or in the world. That's what leveling up looks like on the outside. On the inside, it can be very, what's the word, tumultuous. I think that's how you say it. It can be excruciating. It can be painful, exhausting. And I would have to say, in all transparency, that's exactly what I've been experiencing, especially in this past week. And this has obviously been the first week of 2021. I'm like, wait now, this supposed to be a whole other year. It's supposed to be out to a good start. But I realized you are leveling up, Shamanda. Literally, like, you're about to be a whole full-blown movie producer in a couple weeks. Like, once they hit, they scream out, "Rap! It's a wrap!" I'm officially a movie producer. I've produced my first movie, and so it's real. I am back in Atlanta, where I want to build my life, my career, my family, everything. Right? I'm here. And I made that transition from North Carolina. I'm here now. I have my home. It's not the purchased home that I wanted, right? But I have a stable home here in Atlanta, and I'm not, the transition we made. If you guys were following me during Vlogmas, we were in like different suites and Airbnbs and stuff like that. But I'm here now. I have a home. I have a residence in Atlanta. I'm still working in my career as a counselor, as a therapist, right? And have an opportunity to be like a manager, supervisor, if I wanted to do something like that, or increase my credentials or anything like that. All these things are coming at me, but on the inside, it's very painful because every time you level up, every time something comes for you to increase your position in life or increase your finances, increase anything, it's going to require something of you. Something has to change. And any fear that you have has to subside. And fear doesn't operate like that. Anxiety doesn't operate like that. Depression, mental illness, all that stuff, it doesn't operate like that. We would love to be able to say, hey, all these great things are coming at me and I'm ready. But even if you've been preparing, sometimes you're just not ready. And so for me, a lot of things hit me all at once this week, I would say. Of course, being a new producer, dealing with the challenges of that and what that looks like. How does that work? Dealing with different personalities, different people, working as a team. How does all this stuff work? And being a new person and being the person in charge, that can cause some friction too, because it's like, this is what I want versus, well, I've been doing this for a long time, this is what it needs to be. And how do you balance that without losing your power, right? Work environments, the office politics, how do you maneuver when, for example, for me, I'll be transparent here. I try to keep my career as a counselor separate from my career as a producer and a writer. And I don't really like to talk about those two things over here in the office. But it actually came out that, oh, she's producing a movie. You know, well, people look at you differently when you produce the movie. They're gonna be like, oh, how you doing all that? You know, and so I try to be a very private person in certain areas of my life. And so if I didn't put it out there, then it's not for anybody else to put it out there. So that happened to me. You know, I was kind of outed, and which actually turns out this person already knew. So, you know, it was like, oh, but it still creates that, oh, well, you can't trust people because they will, which, you know what, it is what it is. At some point, everybody gonna know my name. And that's what God was trying to show me. Like, you can't hide and dim your light. You can't hide. You may want to, you may feel like you can, but who you are becoming and who I've created you to be, you won't be able to hide it. You won't. You don't even know the magnitude of who I'm creating you to be. You just got to stand and walk in your power, period. You got to learn how to say no. You got to learn how to delegate and trust people to operate in who they are and what they do. You got to, my car situation, my car messed up. So now I have to get that fixed. Or possibly even have to get a new car. And all this happened again in the same week. So everybody else is kind of focused on what was going on in DC, and I'm over here in my own world like, oh my God. But as you level up, it requires that mindset shift, and you have to understand that these things are going to come, and they're all teaching you something. It's all teaching you something, and the main thing is to figure out what is the lesson in it. For me, what I learned is to stand in my power. God has entrusted me with an amazing, huge vision. I am a young woman, a young black woman from Shelby, North Carolina, a very small town with 2 children. I've been a single mom for, next week will be 14 years of 2, right? And here I am in Atlanta, Georgia, which is like pretty much the Black Hollywood, and I'm about to make a whole movie with like almost $14,000. Think about that. That's a pretty big deal. I didn't go to school for filmmaking. This would be my first movie, and of course, negativity, adversity, trials, challenges, always going to come at me, of course, because that's a pretty big deal, you know. And I didn't really understand, because I'm such a go-getter. I'm like, whatever. I didn't really understand the magnitude of what I was doing until I realized, okay, this is what you're doing. Like, people can't believe you're actually doing it. And so, of course, it's always going to be the naysayers, the haters, the vision killers, the naysayer, the people with the pessimistic views and attitudes. Oh, you know, this. Listen, God said, eliminate all of that. Eliminate all of that. I have something big for you. I gave you something. I gave you a vision. I gave you a purpose, and I want you to do it. It ain't about them. It's about you, and you got to stand in your power. So anybody who get in your way, I'm going to need you to run them over, baby. In a nice way, but I need you to run them over, eliminate them, cut them out. Bye. You got to go. You can't be a part of this, whatever. Whatever it takes, bye. But you standing in your power is going to build you up to be that woman for this next level I'm taking you to. Baby, it took me a whole week of a lot of stuff happening to me at one time to get to that message. And I definitely wanted to share that with you guys today. You probably haven't seen me on here too much. I've been, working and doing a lot of different stuff, but I thank God for the growth. I thank God for where he's taking me. I thank God for the message behind the things that I'm doing. I trust God. I know that the things that I'm doing next will be bigger and better. And most people don't talk about what happens when you're crossing over. The experience you're having in your mind when it's just you, when God is giving you a great big vision and purpose. What happens? How do people around you act and treat you? Because they start to treat you differently. Let's be real. There's a lot that happens, and so if you're not prepared for that, you will fail miserably, honestly, because you're not ready. You're not set up for. You're not mentally prepared. So I told you guys I'm going to do an ebook, and I'm actually releasing my ebook next week, hopefully. That's the goal. So stay tuned. Hopefully you're on my email list and you'll be getting an email. But I'm releasing my first ebook. It's called Crossing Over, and it's 8 psychological and emotional tips to help you cross over towards success, and these things that will prepare you mentally for success. Because a lot of times we feel like we're ready for success, but honey, if you're not ready for the things that's going to come with it along that journey, you will fail, and you will fall on every stumbling block that's set up to make you fail. And I don't know about you, but I'm just not having that. Like, I'm just not. So I'm on this journey with you guys. I want to share with you everything I have learned and I've experienced, so that you will know how to maneuver. Like, I had to learn trial and error in some areas of my life, but we're going to get through this. So I hope that you will support that, and all the funds from that, all the proceeds will go toward our second feature film, which we will be shooting this summer. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next vlog. Mindset shifts, level up, success, purpose, drive, determination, ambition, focus. It's all there. It's all needed. It's all required to advance in life and to serve our Creator's purpose for us. All right, I will see you guys next time. Leave me a comment below, and don't forget, subscribe to this channel. See you soon.